Nolan.
Hey everyone.
Should we start the Nolan chant?
It might be a little hard with just us two in the room, but we could try.
Maybe somebody will.
Nolan Allen.
Maybe someone will do it for us. So,
Maybe.
tell us a little bit about your solo album.
So I've been writing music since 2020 for say. B- Been getting better at guitar over the years, and it was always a goal of mine to release a solo song. And when the Charge Ups came up with the idea of let's do this album release, it gave me sort of like that kick in the butt to do it. And so I made a collection of 5 songs and 2 like interlude intro tracks, and made my debut for something that I'm very proud of because it's something I've never done before.
Um, so like where when we listen to this, and I have the whole album from you, and I have the whole album from Chip, but when I haven't had a chance to listen to it, I was just telling you off the air, it's been kind of hectic
Yeah.
here. But what should the listeners and viewers expect to hear from you? So like Chip was talking about Metallica, but modern lyrics and a lot of like his demonic days. What are we looking at from you?
So I feel like every song has a little bit of a distinct uh influence. I was whenever, and it really showcases my journey of learning the guitar, learning the bass. And so there's a song on there called You Told Me to Act Stoic, but I'm a Terrible Actor. That song was written back in 2024, and it was just like the angry Green Day era of like near Kaplunk and 1039 Slappy Hours, of just like this like just straight punk energy. But then also I have another song, I'm one bad day away from learning how to play the glockenspiel, which
I
is a bit
saw
of a
that
tongue
title.
twister. But it's almost like Sum 41, Blink 182, and Linkin Park sort of combined. And so like you're going to get a lot of just like the influences of the music that I've grown up listening to and what I've been trying to learn on my journey through guitar over the years.
Um, so drums are your first instrument, correct?
Yep, started playing when I was 12.
And when did the other instruments come into play?
So my brother Connor wanted to learn how to play the guitar many, many years ago, and I forget what year he wanted to start playing, but we went out, bought a guitar for him, and he found out like it wasn't really his thing. But we kept the guitar around, so I just started fiddling with it, and that was like late high school. Um, Flash forward to college, I brought that guitar with me to college, and I joined the guitar club at Slippery Rock to just like get release my musical energy while I was up at school, since I couldn't bring my drum kit to the dorms. And really from there, I just started learning stuff little by little. Starting off with like every rose has its thorn, good riddance, like the
Ooh.
beginning guitar songs with the cowboy chords, and really built my way up to do just more complex songs and adding more leads. And I'm very proud of what I've been able to do so far, but I think this is not the end of my guitar playing journey. I've been really loving it.
So I was gonna ask Chip and I didn't get to, so I'm gonna ask you. Um, did each of you play all their instruments on your own solo albums, or did you play on each other's albums? What happened there?
So that was the one thing that we really wanted to make unique here, was the solo projects, us not touching each other's albums. Because if like each of us like started making songs on each other's albums, then probably would have sounded like 4 separate Charge Up albums, which was not the end goal. We wanted to really showcase what we as individual musicians we gather our influences from. And so on my album, I did the guitar, I did the bass, drums, the keys. Um, I mastered it actually in this room here, and just brought it to when, as Chip was saying earlier, to the deadline whenever it was all finished to showcase the release of this is what I can do, you know. And this, I really wanted to set a baseline for myself of what I can do as a solo musician.
So started playing drums at 12. You were playing guitar in college. Where did your first band come in?
My first band, I was doing rock shop bands with Dwayne Davis School of Guitar Performance back in my early high school days, and like eighth grade, ninth grade, right around there. But then in 2014, 2015, 2014, a bunch of friends came together. A mutual friend of mine named Zach said, "Hey, we're trying to start a band." And so that started with a band called Inbound. And we played for a number of years, releasing 3 albums. And then from there, I was played drums for a little bit in a band called Modern Welfare. I played drums for a little bit in a band called Four for Fall. And right around the year
I think I'm going to
2021,
interrupt you for a second. I think I have both of those in my playlist, Modern
well,
Welfare and Four for Fall. I'd have to double
yes,
check, but I think I do.
I think I think we did a show with you from my parents' basement in 2020 at one point with our single "Young, Dumb, and Broke." I think was what came out
Okay,
around
yeah.
then.
I
So
didn't I
yeah,
didn't
no,
ever put that together.
yeah, no. This was my like I think this was our third or fourth time like doing one of these interviews together, but the first time I'm by myself for one of them. So
Um,
definitely is unique.
so I believe we're playing Tired of Reruns. Is that the one that
Yep. So
yeah.
tired of reruns. That was the first song I felt really proud of, like whenever I wrote it. And I remember bringing it to band practice and being super excited because I just found this little keyboard, like pad that it just was like a warm sound. And I was like, "Ooh, I really like this." As I hear a big drum intro, um, and I was really feeling inspired by it. And I think I wrote the instrumental of that in like a night. But the lyrics didn't come till much later, and that song lyrically really focuses on the post anxieties of dealing with a breakup. Just knowing that like you want to wish you're passed away and you want to forget the past, but it's something that's out of your control, and you kind of have to live with that and stop like living in it.
Um, so would you say that a lot of what you wrote came from things that happened in your life then?
Yeah, so my like sentence or two synopsis of the album really comes down to just dealing with mental health, dealing with anxiety, depression, post breakup feelings, and then the last track on my album, or the last two, I should say. Yeah, there's the sixth track's called "Name That Nun" interlude, and then the seventh track is called "And We Had Fun." And both those songs are sort of dedicated to my family and my grandfather who passed last year. And that song started with a guitar riff that one of my friends sounded like a nostalgic sort of feeling. And I sort of built off that and thought of really what were some of my joyous moments of my life, and really just wanted to think back to my grandfather because he always just wanted to have fun and wanted to make sure everyone around him had fun. So I wanted to showcase that little part of my family and showcase his life and have him live on in Apple Music forever.
My next door neighbor is a gaming streamer, and he sent me a photo today. It says you have a new pet, and there's a groundhog running in my backyard. And I said
Oh man.
he should be glad that my grandfather's not around because that would be in his tomato sauce.
Yeah, that's one of those popular grandfather meals almost to
Yeah,
kill the rodent in the backyard.
yeah, I have never had it, and I don't plan on having it. The groundhog is
Neither
safe
have
in my
I.
yard. Hey, Nolan.
Well,
So,
what are you going to name it?
well, my
What are you
daughter
going to name it?
probably. When I tell my daughter, she'll probably already have it figured out. She's not in here right now, so but I do have a daughter. Well, both my daughters will probably come up with names. There's also a bunch of rabbits in our backyard. We live in the middle of a town. There's rabbits. There's a skunk sometimes. There's apparently we've had a oh, why can't I think what they're called now? Hmm. It doesn't matter. We've had way more animals than we should have where we live. But anyway, so I'm assuming all four albums are going to be available through the chargeups.com. Like
Yeah,
we can
so
find them from there.
all four albums will be on the chargeups.com. I have the link in my Instagram bio. I've been sharing it on Facebook as well. But we are also planning on releasing a collective playlist on Spotify and hopefully Apple Music of all of our album tracks together. So you can listen to it all in one playlist, the hour and a half worth of music that we have coming out. So, and we will also have for sale at our merch booth, we'll have a quad CD box set with all of our albums in one box. So you can get that at one of our album release shows, either in Erie on September 4th or at Mr. Small's Funhouse on the 12th.
Very cool. All right, so again, I'm going to let you go, and probably in about a half hour or so, Melina will be joining me. So if you're on Twitch, stay there. If you're on Kick, stay there. If you're anywhere else, you're going to have to find another video, but it'll be easy to find. It's on the same account you're on. You just got to go to the next one in the list. And with that said, we're going to listen to Tired of Reruns, and we'll be back with Melina shortly.
Thank you, Bill.
And thanks, Nolan.